Hello, my beautiful besties. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Today, we're gonna be talking about my August TBR, which was chosen by none other than you. Oh yeah, and happy August. Salt air and the rest on your door. No! Freaking crap. Oh man. Why does that shit always happen to me? Lesson learned. Oh my god, they're falling on me now. I haven't done one of these since I think March, and that's because April, May, and half of June, I was in a huge book slump, so I didn't end up doing them. I also moved in April from Alaska to Missouri, so that was also in the mix. And now in July, I got out of my slump, read 10 books. If you want to see my thoughts on those, that video is coming soon. So I decided to give this another go and do it in August. I posted a story on my Instagram obviously, and asked if you guys wanted to pick a book on my August TBR, and I ended up randomly scrolling through and picking 6 of you, DMing you, and letting you guys pick a book off my bookshelves for my August TBR, and these are the books that you guys picked. The first book that was chosen was actually for me to read more of my Dragon Ball manga. I read the first 3 volumes in July. These are omnibuses. They have 3 volumes in it, so I completed one whole thing of these, but it's 3 separate books. And this person wants me to read more. So this is the next one in line that I would be reading. This one has volumes 4 through 6, and that is Strongest Under the Heavens, The Red Ribbon Army, and Bulma Returns. So honestly, I'm really excited about this pick. These are some great reads. I love this universe. They're very mindless, very easy, very quick, and just very, very fun. So thank you very much to Sammy for picking this book. Next book was chosen by Jaleesa. I could be saying that so wrong, okay? I apologize if I'm butchering your name, but she said It Ends With Us, or if you've read that, Fourth Wing. I have owned this copy since like December, and I still have not read this book. I got this copy because it's beautiful and I knew I'd read it eventually, and it's on my TBR for this month, and I really do want to get to it. I am in the hugest fantasy mood currently for some reason, which is kind of atypical. Normally I'm a romance girly, but I'm really in a fantasy mood, so I'm really excited about this. I also love dragons. Obviously, Dragon Ball has a dragon in it, and I have always just loved the vibes of dragons in the Harry Potter movies and everything. Like, I just love dragons, okay? So I'm very excited to see what the hype is about, and I know nothing about this other than they ride dragons. I'm so sorry, I'm getting over being sick. So I'm very excited to go into this blind and also see what the hype is about, see if I agree with it. If I don't, we're gonna find out, and I'm really excited. So thank you so much for choosing this book, though I'm kind of scared. I'm just a tad scared. The next book was chosen by Phoebe, and she wants me to read Butcher and Blackbird. I am very scared to read this. I have only read one dark romance before, and that was Hooked by Emily McIntyre, and I feel like that was probably a little bit of a lower tier dark romance in the sense of like how bad they can get, like, if you know what I'm saying.
90% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
And all I know about this is that it is a romance between 2 people who kill people. They're serial killers, but they only kill bad people. And I've heard one of the trigger warnings in this is accidental cannibalism, so I'm a little scared. I'm a little terrified. I feel like I'm not gonna like it, but I said that about Hooked, and I actually ended up liking that, so I might end up loving this. I mean, this book has so much hype, so many people loved this, so I could love it. I could absolutely eat it up. I really could. I guess we'll see, but thank you so much to Phoebe for choosing this, and hopefully I will read it and you'll see if I like it or not. The next book was chosen by Mari, and she picked Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I am really excited to give Abby Jimenez a go. I've never read any of her books before, and I feel like she's such a beloved author. She's really been kind of talked about a lot recently, and Just for the Summer just came out, and I've heard amazing things about that, and that is in this interconnected standalone series, and a lot of you guys were yelling at me to not read it until I read this and yours truly. So this is on my TBR for the month, so hopefully I will give it a read. And believe it or not, somebody picked yours truly, so maybe I'll read all 3 this month. I don't know, but thank you to you guys for picking these. I have no idea what either of these are about. I'm gonna be so for real. No clue what the tropes, the plot, anything, names, nothing. No, nothing. I don't want to know anything. I love going into books blind. If there is one thing about me, it is I love going into books blind. So I'm very excited to go into these blind. Thank you for the 2 of you for picking these, because I've been wanting to read her books. I just haven't given myself the time and the chance to actually pick one up. So hopefully in the month of August, I will not only pick up Part of Your World, but I will also pick up yours truly. Again, we shall see. And the last book that you guys picked was picked by Bestie Paige, and she picked Caraval. She also said Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy, but she told me to pick whichever one. She did say this one first though, and I've been in a fantasy mood, like I said, so I want to give this a read. I have heard a lot of people love the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy more than they loved the Caraval trilogy, but I don't want to be one of those people that starts with the other one and regrets not reading these first, because I'm definitely someone that likes to go in chronological order. So I'm gonna be giving this trilogy a go before I start the next one, and I'm really excited to read this. All I really know about this book is that it's like a magical carnival that like randomly shows up, and I think you have to like get a ticket, I don't know. I actually do not really know anything other than that, but I've heard it's very like whimsical and just really, really fun. So I'm really excited to give it a go and see what it's like. I feel like this series, and especially the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, has so much hype, and I feel like a lot of people just love Stephanie Garber's writing. So I'm very excited to give it a go, see if I like it, see if it's my vibe. We shall see. Now, those are all the books that you guys picked. Now there is 4 more books that I'm going to be talking about that are books that I have personally put on my TBR, whether they are book club books or books I just want to read in general. So with that being said, my personal book club book of the month, which you guys can join on Discord, the link is always down below. Sometimes I get DMs from some of you saying the link is expired, which makes no sense because I have it set to not expire. But if you try to join and you can't, send me a DM, comment down below. I will get you a link that will work. Don't worry. And the book that my book club is going to be reading this month is The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I'm really excited about this. I love her writing. I have read the first 2 in the Inheritance Games trilogy. I need to finish it, but I love the writing in those books, and I love those books so much. I think about them frequently, so I'm really excited to give this a go. I used to watch crime shows with my dad when I was younger all the time. He still watches them all the time, but when I was younger, I would always watch them with him, and I have heard this being described as kind of like Criminal Minds, and it's like these teenagers who have special abilities and they're working with like the FBI, I think, to solve cold cases, and I think that sounds really, really interesting, and I feel like I'm gonna love it. This is a series with 4 books. I own all 4 of them, so if I just want to just read them all back to back, I will. Maybe I will. Maybe that will be my whole month. Well, half the month reading these books. We shall see. I will be reading it because it's my book club book, so I have to. Next book is a book I actually started today, the day I'm filming this, and so far I'm loving it. And that is Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. Oh my god, I love Done and Dusted, so I really wanted to read this, especially because when I read Done and Dusted, I fell in love with Wes, which is Emmy's brother, which is our main male character of this book. Oh my god, I was so excited to read my Wessie Pooh's book, okay? Not just because I fell in love with him, but also the passion he has in life, and what the plot line of this book is something that resonates with me so much. So I was really excited to read this, and I ended up picking it up today, and I'm already loving it. Stay tuned for my feelings. This is going to be in a reading vlog, but I will be reading that obviously because I already started it. And then I started reading this like 2 months ago, and I read almost half of it, but I was still in my book slump, so I ended up putting it down, and I was going to finish the other half later because it's very long, okay? And I was loving it and I was really enjoying it, but I needed to get out of my slump, and a book this long was not gonna do that for me, okay? It just wasn't. So I really want to finish this book this month, and that is something very high on my list of things to read this month, and that is A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J Maas. This is the last book that's currently out of the ACOTAR series. There is more coming, thank god, but this one's the last one that's out, and I am currently on page 327, chapter 30. I'm just barely under halfway through it, and I really want to finish it. I need to finish the series and catch up so that when the next book comes out, I am ready to read it. So that's that. And the last book on my TBR is my book club book with me, my sister, and my other sister's wife, and that is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. That was my month to pick, finally. I've only picked twice so far since we've started, so it was finally my month to pick, and I ended up picking this, obviously. I'm so excited to read this. This is obviously very hyped up, very beloved. I've had so many of you guys, oh my god, these books just keep falling. I've had so many of you guys commenting and DMing me, telling me that I need to read this, and I see so many good things that I just want to read it so bad, and I feel like all 3 of us are gonna love this, so I'm very excited about it. It is young adult, no smut, obviously, which is something I found out recently from a TikTok. But yeah, I'm really excited. I know like almost nothing about this. All I know is I've heard people compare it to Hunger Games, and I know that she's pretending to be someone with powers, but she doesn't have powers, and then she has to compete in something where with all the people who have powers, but she doesn't have powers, so she's kind of That's all I know. That's all I know. And I'm very excited to read it. So that is the last book that is officially on my August TBR. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to let me know down below what books are on your August TBR. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, because we have a lot of fun over here and we want you to come and join the fun. And with that being said, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. So, getting over being sick, filming two videos back to back, my throat is so dry and it hurts, so that's not fun. Whoops. Ugh. Why are those heavy? My arm's gonna break off. DM certain. Wow. Oh my god. Can I speak normally, please? Thanks. All right. Lesson learned. We're gonna put them back down. Figaro. Under the heaven. Whoa. Accidental can't. So I need to not talk for a few hours. KK, love you. Bye.